I gotta give a big thanks to the awesome folks over at Shudder for the early screening today, which is who invited them. Yeah, so this is going to be dropping on their platform on September 1st as a Shudder original, which is a first time feature directed by Duncan Birmingham. However, is the movie worth checking out? Well, I actually didn't know anything about it until I checked it out, and I can say that I pretty much enjoyed this movie. Stick around and find out why. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. And yes, if you've been to the channel before, I usually do have a different microphone, but for some reason it hasn't been working, so I'm kind of holding a portable one right now. So yeah, thank you for tuning into the channel. My name's Mike, the channel's called Did You See That? And yeah, again, just a big thank you to the awesome folks at Shudder for this early screener. I was pretty interested into this movie because when I read the synopsis, it's around Adam and Margot have a housewarming, and the housewarming goes pretty successfully. But after the house party kind of guests leave, there's a couple that actually kind of lingers around, and they then reveal themselves to be the neighbours of Adam and Margot. And there's a little bit more to the plot, but I kind of don't want to tell you more than that because I'd rather you guys kind of went into this kind of expecting the unexpected and having that open mindset than me kind of going on a little bit about maybe a twist and turn here and there. Anyway, so yeah, with the cast involved in this movie, pretty solid cast overall. I've seen plenty of these people in movies or TV series before, and especially Timothy Granaderos, if I've got that name correctly, who plays again Montgomery in 13 Reasons Why. And I have to say, for most part, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a very pleasant surprise, but also a very easy watch also, because I didn't find at any time I was bored through this movie. And I actually found myself really invested. Don't get me wrong, at first Ryan Hansen's character as Adam, I was like, wow, he seems really pretentious, really kind of like a bit of a try hard too much, and I was like, I really can't buy into his character. But as the movie slowly progresses and you learn a little bit more about his and Margot's relationship and kind of what kind of goes on underlying a little bit, I really find myself kind of rooting for our main couple and kind of enjoying their chemistry and kind of their past experiences play out throughout the duration of this movie. And I definitely think that is one of the strongest suits in this particular movie, that all four of our main characters, essentially it's main four characters with a side character, you can kind of learn a lot about them just through a lot of dialogue heavy scenes. Because don't get me wrong, all I'm going to say is in this movie, don't expect kind of like big, murders or action set pieces or anything like that to be the case of, something crazy happens like all the time. That is not what this is all around. This is a slow burn movie, but that slow burn, for the most part, I would say pretty much does pay off towards the end, because as that slow burn continues to kick in, your kind of adrenaline as such starts to kind of rush a little bit, because you're like, okay, well, this is getting more interesting. This is the point now where I'm like, right, what is going to happen? Like, where is this all leading to? But in a good way, I didn't find myself kind of questioning it, being like, oh, why is this happening? Or why have we got from this point to this point? Nothing like that whatsoever. And all around, it is pretty well acted by our four leads here. And there's a lot of movies that only use one location that is really strong and really helps benefit that movie. And this is absolutely no exception. Does this, for example, add anything brand new to the genre? No, not at all. But what I would say is that it also kind of adds to what we maybe know in the genre and adds something a little bit different and a little bit of a flair to it. All I would say in terms of any negatives and any kind of critiques that I would have is, I think the ending of this movie is going to divide people, because you think this ending is going to go kind of in one route, and then it kind of doesn't. That's all I'm going to say, because again, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Yeah, the ending for me, I felt like until literally the very last 5 minutes, I was like, wow, I'm pretty happy with how this movie ended. Then that last 5 minutes kicked in, and after a watch and after a conversation with Ryan from RWR Movie Reviews, who also will be dropping a review for this movie, and then kind of going over the movie again and the ending, I then did fully understand the ending to this movie, and I appreciate it's a little bit different, and I appreciate that they didn't want to kind of go maybe the stereotypical route of maybe like how a movie like this would end. I don't think it fully 100% connects, in my personal opinion, at least not for me anyway, but maybe you guys are different. Maybe you saw this one and thought, wow, that was so unique, so clever. I really think this kind of elevated the movie and heightened the overall experience. Whatever you thought of who invited them, please leave any and all comments down below so we can continue the discussion right then. But as for now, my overall score for who invited them is a 7.5 out of 10. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. We're close to 1,300 subs as of this video, and I would love to hit that number with the support from you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. And also, did you know that I have a Patreon? Yeah, that's right, for only £2 a month, which is pretty much less than sometimes a normal cup of coffee in the morning if you were to buy one. You get access to early videos, my content schedules, you get a say in what content is coming up onto the channel also, and so much more stuff. And I've got to give a big thank you to my awesome Patreons, who is Adam over at What the Gym, we've got Elliot from I Am More Reviews, Josh from Classic Reviews, Jason from his channel Jason the Old Millennial, D Movie Man from his channel D Movie Man, Tyler Babb from his channel Tyler Babb and the Rendered Image, AJ Ford at his channel AJ Ford, and Michael O'Brien. So the first 7 names I said there, except for Michael O'Brien, who's an awesome guy also, by the way, but all those 7 people do have YouTube channels, so the channel names and everything will be in the description box below, so please go check them out and go support their channels. All awesome folks. But I hope you've enjoyed this review, and until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.